All right. Hello. Hello. I am so excited to talk to you today about the top 3 ways to attract your ideal client into your Facebook group community. I am Lindsay Weiss, and as always, very excited to share this with you as I have been living this specific method with Facebook groups and building a business via Facebook groups for the past 12 years. So, 12 years ago, I started my business. And after watching for a long time, which I am actually going to dive a little bit deeper into here shortly, on Facebook, I was watching a post or consistent posts, I should say. And I was like, going through that moment of like, is this for real? Can you really build a business online? Like, is this a thing? And so I watched for quite some time until I was like, okay, tell me what to do. Let me sign up. Um, and see what happens. And what did they tell me? The first thing they told me was send a bunch of messages. And I was like, oh, so from there, I decided how cool would it be if I opened up a group, created a community, and I got the word out about my business in that type of way. It felt more authentic and more like it just felt better to me than to just be sending all these messages of like directly saying, hey, you want to buy this thing? Hey, you want to buy this thing? Because what I believe is what you have to offer is most definitely something of great value to people, but we just want to approach it in a way where they're not going to completely ignore us. And so, insert Facebook groups. I created one community and I branded it to what I wanted to talk about, the topics that I wanted to share that also would take people from member to client to teammate and so on. So I started that 12 years ago, and I have built a huge business doing that in my first business. And then I've gone on to take every part of that method, put it into a course, which really, in a way, is kind of a hybrid. I've been thinking about this because a lot of people look at a course and they kind of feel alone in it. And what you get with this course is you get me with it, which is pretty cool. So, questions you have, things like that as you build your community, which also I want to add, I believe is the way in 2023. Everybody right now, statistics are showing that 78% of people are buying on Facebook. There are the most users are on Facebook right now. So you want to really think about that. And people are craving community, not a group where all you do is talk about your products and sales, but like where you really build connection, where you build relationships, because the people are going to buy from those they know, like, and trust. So, all that to say, I launched this out this year, and that's a little bit about me. I'm also a mom of twin boys. And I'm over in Arizona where it is 120 right now. I don't know about where y'all are at, but it is really hot over here. Okay, so I want to get into this. So, what I want you to do is while I go through this, I want you to take notes. Obviously, I've got a lot to share here. And then if you have questions, put them in the chat, or we can take some time at the end to answer questions. So, the first thing I want to say is I'm all about the basics. I believe the basics are what build a business. I don't believe we need to overcomplicate things. I don't believe we need to overthink things. I think businesses are built upon the basics. So get excited because all of this is very basic and very simple. And it just requires you to be consistent and like committed to this. And I just get really excited thinking about what your business could look like 90 days, 6 months, 1 year from now, by implementing this. So, what I want to know, or what I want you to write down is who and how are you attracting? You've heard all about attracting your ideal client into your main social media page, right? But who are they? Are they the type of person that when you put up a post, they're DMing you right away? Or are you finding that you have had to reach out to them? And either way is not wrong, but I want you to just take a moment and think about where you're at this point in your business. And it's like, yeah, I've had to do all the reaching out, or I've been able to put up posts and they have shown interest, or maybe you've done stories and they've shown interest. I want you to just really think about like your person and think about like what their activity looks like. For me, this is 50-50. Some people are DMing or reaching out, whatever you want to, posting on, commenting on the post, like I'm interested. And some are absolutely not doing that. Right. And so you have to think about like, there are people who are like that. I was one of them. Okay. I was not reaching out. When I saw the Facebook post that I was telling you about in the last slide, where I was telling my story, I did not reach out to show my interest because I didn't want to be sold to. And this is something that unfortunately is, I guess, hurting us in a way. And I want to make it better out here in this industry, in the online sales space, because I was interested, but I didn't want to be sold to. I just wanted to kind of observe and watch. I would watch all the posts. Okay. Literally would not comment. I would not like, because I didn't want to be sold. You know how that feels, right? Where you're like, we don't want to feel that feeling. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So think about your people and tell me, would they reach out if you put together a post? Would they reach out? And what I'll tell you is there are going to be certain posts that you create where they are like, oh my gosh, you're speaking to me. You're speaking to me. You're speaking to me. I need to know more. That's a thing. Like that can really happen. But what I want to say also is to encourage you to keep sharing over and over and over. Okay. This is really important. For you to note that there are so many people that are watching, and don't let that like stop you either. It's okay to be seen because you have something that can truly help people. All right, so let's dive a little bit deeper into this ideal client, because we want to attract them into our community, right? So what I want to know is, who is she? Who is she? What are her dreams and desires? What does she think about? What do you guys assume her to think about? And here's a hint. She's you maybe a couple years ago, right? She's very similar to you. What are her dreams? What does she desire? What is she struggling with right now? What might keep her up at night? What might frustrate her? These are things that when you know this stuff, you'll be able to attract them into your community, because your community will speak to how you can help her. So here's some examples that I wrote down specific to what you might be sharing. Your community may be very gut health focused, right? And so right away, when we think about our products or services and what we offer, and then we go back to, okay, what are her dreams and desires? It could be to simply get her gut health in check. It could be that she has some of those symptoms and that's what she's struggling with. Same thing when it comes to mindset. If you're a mindset coach, organizing the home life, like what is it that what do we all dream of with organizing? We dream of an organized home that's clean all the time, right? Like that is the desire, but what are we struggling with to make that real? And can we make it real? Like these are real questions that they're asking themselves, these people that are your ideal clients, right? Nutrition tips, maybe you teach money mindset, money tips, business coaching, et cetera, et cetera. So I want you to really think about these questions and what can your community do to help her? Because when you know this stuff, it's going to be that much easier to attract them in to your community. I just wrote, once you're super clear on this part of the community, then we're going to tell people what it is all about, right? What is going to go on in your group? Why should they join it? What are you sharing in there, right? What's going on in there that is going to attract them in? What are you doing based on those questions I just asked on the last slide? And if you guys want this slide deck, just let me know. I'll send this out with you because these are great questions for you to take some time to really journal through. Because when you're so clear on this piece, it's going to be so clear to attract these people to your group. If it's valuable in a supportive space, people need to know that I am sharing great value in this group. You are going to get so much value with the live that I'm putting out today. Make sure that you join, XYZ community today. This is a supportive, safe space for you. Like whatever it is that you want your community to be, this is going to help them determine if it's a right fit for them, which is so helpful to you. And it's going to help if they come in and they leave because they're like, okay, this isn't for me. Like, how nice is that to save yourself so much time to be like, okay, perfect. Like, these are who this group is for. These are the people that I'm here to serve, right? This is helpful. I hope this is really helpful. Okay, let's move along. Okay, here is number 2. How can they find you? Your group link should be everywhere. So when new people find you, they can click to join your group. This is one of the most basic, obvious, simple ways to attract your ideal client in, right? So for example, I'm going to give you an example here on the next page, but the message should be clear what is happening in the group when they join it, right? And you want to guide followers from Facebook, from Instagram, from TikTok, from LinkedIn into your community. Okay. It's important that they come to this space where they can feel the energy of the community and get connected with other people. There is something to be said about building a community that builds the foundation of a business. People want to feel connected to others. They want to, others that they have things in common with, right? So if gut health is super important to you and you start to create this community and people are talking about the hormone portion of it and workouts and like sleep and all these pieces, you can create this amazing community around that. But if they're over here on TikTok and they're over here on Instagram, they're all over the place. Like it's hard to bring it together as a collective community where people feel supported. So we want to bring them all back to your group. Plus in your group, you're able to do so many things. As you know, if you've taken this course, you know all the different features I teach you, all the different things that you can do inside your community. And it's seen. Your posts are seen. I've been on Instagram today and I'm like, what is going on? The audios aren't working. I feel like nobody's seeing anything over here. Hello, are you awake? Right? Like, what's going on over here? But I always feel that way about that app. It's a love-hate relationship over there for me when it comes to Instagram. But I know in the community group, you guys are seeing, you guys are hearing me, you know, when I go live, I'm creating events. So you're well aware, like, okay, she's going to be coming up and it gives you a notification, right? So many things that are so helpful to streamline. Okay, so back to your group link should be everywhere. Here's an example. This is my cover photo, current cover photo, which says social selling simplified, right? So anything you sell online is social selling. It could be direct sales, it could be coaching, it could be courses, affiliate stuff, like all the different things so you're selling on social media. So I have this cover photo where I'm telling you I'm a certified transformational lifestyle and business strategist. I got certified last year and I have 12 years of experience in social selling. So I've been online building a business from that Facebook initial did I tell you she initially sent me like a really long message and it drew me in shockingly because I was like, is this real? And from there I started watching her posts and was that watching girl. I was watching from a distance, never interacting. Anyways, I digress. That was 12 years ago. So I put this in my cover photo here, and you can see there's a picture of me. And then it says business coach and Facebook group strategist for female entrepreneurs. You can see that I have gotten even more specific about what I offer: social sellers, online coaches, and products. Join the free community where Lindsay shares her top tips to monetize your Facebook group, right? So right there, I'm telling you exactly what's going on in this group. Join it. That's what I mean by have your link everywhere. And that's what I mean by be very specific about what you are doing inside that group, because then people are like, yep, that's for me. Yep, that's where I belong. And that's your ideal client. Okay, then I have a podcast link, and then I have my free guide to increase engagement in your Facebook group, which is if you want to create a free guide to start an email list, that is definitely something I recommend as well. But if you're newer to this and just getting things kicked off, your Facebook group is like a funnel for you. Okay. Okay. The bonus tip of the day is the name of your group is searchable. So I want you to be intentional about naming your community using searchable keywords. Do not have the name of your direct sales company in your group title. Facebook is not a fan. Now I'm going to take you for a moment. We're going to stop this screen share. And we're going to go to Facebook for a minute, and I want to show you what I'm talking about. Okay. No, don't want to leave. Hang on 1 second. We're going to re-screen share. Here we go. Okay. Okay, we are in Facebook right now. So here's what I mean by searchable title. So right now you're in the Social Selling Society, which is a group that I run for you guys. Now there's this search button up here. You can see, right? I was talking to Alyssa earlier, who happens to be on the call, so we're going to use her example. So she has a home organization group that she's going to be launching soon for people who are neurodivergent and have ADHD. How cool is that? So what we did was I looked up just ADHD. This is a searchable word. This is what I mean, or searchable keyword. Right away, we've got groups right here that are showing you what their title is and what their description is, right? ADHD parent support, moms with ADHD, ADD kids. And then they have some descriptions in here. This is a group for moms of children of ADHD and ADD to get to know other moms with the same disorder, right? So then I can open this larger and you can see how this is searchable. So for you and your group, we can take another example here. Let's just put gut health. When they search, this is fun. This is actually one of the other ladies that I've supported. So this group originally was called Healthy or something Vibes. You see how she's got that right there, the Vibes. She didn't have Mom's Gut Health Tribe at first. She had something Vibes. This is a newer group. Yeah, just opened in May. And I was like, why do you call it something Vibes? Like, I don't understand. How do we know? Like, how are we going to know what that even means? What's going on inside your group? What would that, if you guys saw a link to a group called Healthy Vibes, would you think to join it? Or would you be like, I have no idea what that even means, right? So we talked about this and she was like, I'm the gut health mom. That is literally who I am. So she changes the name to Mom's Gut Health Tribe. She has a bunch of new people join the group because she changed the name, and it's getting more engagement right away. So be very clear with your group name, because this is going to attract in your ideal client. So you can see here, obviously we can talk about gut health, and I can search again and see all the different like groups. And if I were to want to learn about gut health, what group would I want to join? Maybe this one. I don't know. It seems there's a lot of people in there, right? The description is also important. So here they're telling you this is Plexus. If I have interest in Plexus, then sure, I could join that group. If I'm like, no, that's not what I'm interested in, then at least I know this is about Plexus products and I'm not interested in that. So I'm going to go to a different group. Does that make sense? Is that helpful? The Cleanse Club encourages encourages people to heal themselves through natural practice. Let's see if this is going to open for me. Or not. There we go. So look, this description is very clear. They're talking about, they're the creators of a body cleanse program, and they get into more depth. They're talking about all the things gut health. Okay. So you can see how this helps you attract in your person, because if they're over here searching, let's just for fun, since I chatted with Alyssa earlier, let's look up home organization. So here we've got some home organization groups, right? And then again, I can look and see, love cleaning and organization, come share your tips and ideas, right? And here's a really cool part is Alyssa could join in here, right? And she could go in and start connecting with those people as well, building relationships. That's just another bonus on top of the bonus on how you can continue to attract your ideal client into your community. Okay, I want to know how y'all are feeling. Do you have any questions so far? Everybody doing good? Is this helpful?
Yeah, it's good. It's helpful. Thank you. I didn't realize I didn't have my video off.
No worries. Yay, I'm
So
glad.
yeah. Because I know I found you looking for different groups to go in and to connect and stuff. And then like I kind of ended up in the wrong group. I'm like, not for me, and just kind of left, you know. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting. But see, that's just, you guys, like, that's how like this works very nicely, and you're able to grow people. And if the right, like, what made you leave the group that wasn't for you? I'm just curious.
One of my first kind of my journey was like network marketing and sales and small business. And I'm like, no, this is where I'm not. I connected with some people. I'm not going to say I didn't connect, but most of it is just about everybody else, you know, in their space, and it's not where I wanted to be. So I had to kind of niche back, and it's like, okay, I'm already in a couple other groups anyways, and then was just connecting more there than just kind of being a onlooker. And then just kind of finding more, like I added like another golf group and just other stuff that I'm into, which is good. I'm like, I haven't been golfing for a while, but it's like I get to read stuff, respond.
Yeah,
And
that's
stuff.
so this is such a great like lesson right here, just to hear you say, I found your group, I found other groups, I knew they weren't the right fit for me. That's what you guys like for attracting in your ideal client. This should help you to know like your group title, what your group is about, what goes on in your group, like, and this is like basic stuff, right? Like this isn't rocket science. This isn't overthought stuff. It's just literally point blank, very clear messaging. This is what this group's about. Here's what we do here. You know, join or don't join, right? And it will help you to filter out people that aren't interested in what you offer anyways. And that helps you to save time, and you can be focused on the people who are interested in what you offer. So, and you can focus on continuing to grow the group of more people who are interested. And what I'll tell you guys is my first group, so my first business is network marketing, and it's in the health products and all that good stuff. And the first group, I named it Fitness for Life. So it was a little vague. It wasn't like fully clear. And we're talking about years ago when we didn't have like gut health and intermittent fat, like all these different things. Either I didn't know about them at the time, but you know, plant-based living, all this stuff that people do. I just knew that I needed to be healthy because I had faced a heart surgery at a young age. over an electrical issue. And I was like, okay, I'm going to put my health first. This is important. And so I called it Fitness for Life. And the mission was behind like, you never stop taking care of your health ever. Like we're always working on our health, no matter what we're doing. And it attracted in these people. And I grew the group just around 500. I don't think I ever went past that. And there's some groups out there that are thousands and thousands, but I want you to note, I was able to build a large, nice business with that size of a group. I've had some groups that are gone bigger where once they become clients and things like that, but like, I hope this helps you to not feel overwhelmed of needing to grow so big, right? Like you totally can. People are doing it, right? But I just want to put that out there to note that like even if you have 20 people right now, that's 20 people that you get to serve and communicate with and work with. Okay. All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about, if you don't mind, if you're not interested, then we can, oh, sorry. Let me back up. Number 3, I put the bonus before number 3. Okay. This is also your sign to know that if you do it imperfectly, that's okay too. So number 3 is to create an event or a challenge inside of your community. Okay. This event or challenge should be focused on a topic around what you sell. For example, if you sell ketones, an event around intermittent fasting could be the right event for you. Or maybe it's around keto style recipes, right? Or maybe it's around taking care of your health for the busy, fill in the blank of what that busy mom or whatever you want it to look like. The point is you want to be very specific about what your event would be about. Or if you want to run a challenge, an event and a challenge are 2 different things. An event is like what we're doing here right now. This is very specific. I'm talking to you about how to attract people into your group. That this is just an hour-long event, right? This isn't a challenge that I'm running. I've thought about like, would it be ideal to do some kind of challenge in there to help you like take action on growing your group? I haven't done that yet. However, in my network marketing business, I did run a very specific challenge, and I'm going to show you the example of how incredible this helps you, how big this can help you grow your group, despite what I just said. Remember, my group, I think we made it to like 500, 550, something like that. Okay. So, be sure to customize your event and or challenge again, so you attract in your ideal client and you can make an offer for your products on the back end of your event. And I know this is a lot. I want you to know I go into depth in my course on what the heck should the event be? What should the challenge be? Like, and I help you map this whole thing out so you can do this. And here's what can happen if and when you do this. So this is August 2019. I just came upon this a couple days ago. And here you can see I posted this publicly on my Facebook page. And I wrote, if I ran a free group on how to eat healthy without cooking, would you love to learn? Notice if I would have taken out this without cooking piece and I just said on how to eat healthy, do you think I would have had this kind of interest? Maybe. Depends, because it's very broad. But because I said without cooking, my people were like, heck yeah, I want to learn, because my ideal people don't cook. I don't cook. I mean, I try to cook. I have a reel right now out there, if you guys follow, where my son is making eggs. He's making an egg sandwich. And I'm standing there and I'm like, why can't I cook this for you? And he's like, well, you make the wrong eggs or you overcook them. I made them egg sandwich like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago for breakfast. And they were literally, my husband was, I forget where he was traveling. He had like left for a quick trip. And they were like, you need to come back. Mom doesn't know how to cook. The food is disgusting. It was hilarious. Like I make fun of it because that's just me. And so here I am embracing who I am, authentically myself. I understand that I'm not that great of a cook. I understand that I'm really good at baking, and that's where I do well, right? but I had to figure out a way to still make myself food and eat healthy. And what I figured out was I could use an air fryer and I could do it. Right. And so my custom challenge and event was created around an air fryer. And I had very specific things that would happen on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. I don't encourage going past 5 days. But here you have 56 people interested. Okay. That's how quickly my group can grow, or your group can grow, when you put these kind of feelers out. And yes, I would repost it just to kind of feel it out, because sometimes the algorithm doesn't pick up the post. Sometimes people don't see the post. So of course I would, as you promote for a free event, I would be putting that out there a couple different times, because it's all about putting the message out over and over and over to where you feel like a broken record, where you're like, okay, I've still been talking about the same thing. That's how this works, because people need to see it over and over and over. So when you're super clear on what your group is about, who it's for, what you're going to do inside of it, right? And you start to share the link everywhere, and make sure your title is specific, searchable, right? And I would also say cover photo is very important. I talk about that in the course. I didn't get into that here because there's just so much to teach you, right? And only so much time. I did show you an example of my cover photo on my main Facebook though. Okay. This is what can happen. So much growth, so much opportunity is right out there right now waiting for you. Okay. So let me know. Do you guys have any questions? Let me see if I missed anything here. Here's my chat bar. Oh, there it is. Okay. Everybody's doing good. Okay, cool. Okay. This is my friend, Cami. Well, she's actually my student and my buddy. She's become my buddy. I've gotten to know her working privately with her. And Cami came to me in May and wanted to learn about Facebook groups. She has a group, or she had a group that I want to say was quiet. It was like crickets. And she wrote here after I had given some advice about going live in the group. And she said, I'm taking your advice and did a live yesterday in my community that I have not shown up for in forever. And I posted it today. Already I'm seeing the ripple effects. Your confidence is helping me trust that this will make a difference. Cami is both a network marketer and she has a coaching business. And then she joined the course, went through the course, implemented the course, and she started picking up her sales with her network marketing. People started reordering, people who had been ordered before and then stopped ordering, started reordering, and she had new people ordering, and it was working very nicely. And so she looked at her coaching business, which she was trying to sell on Instagram. She was trying to sell in stories. And I believe the platform serves its purpose. I don't believe we need to fully run away from Instagram. It can be a very frustrating platform. Today, I can't even get audios to work. So there's that. It feels like nobody is seeing anything over there today. I don't know what's going on, but Cami launches a community specific for her coaching program after we had a call, and she within 24 hours had 20 people in there, and 3 of them were like, tell me more about your coaching. And she was like, I have been talking about this in my stories forever. How did it not click? And I'm like, I have no idea. But the minute she put together a community and launched it out, then she started adding in free coach Fridays, where they would get a little bit of a taste of what it was like to get coached by her. So then they could move into feeling good. Like, we all know when you guys are selling your products or your services, people just need time to know, like, and trust you and be like, are you really going to help me? Is this product really going to help me? Like, is that not what you think? Like, could I really take this from making a couple sales to really consistently making sales? Like, that's what people are thinking to themselves. So when you're talking about what you have to offer, make sure that you are very clear with that and giving people that time to get to know, like, and trust you, which is why I always encourage you to go live in your communities. So that was awesome to hear Cami's testimonial. And I want to tell you, if you are new to launching your group community and would like to learn how to monetize it, I want to invite you to check out my course. the Facebook group method. If you have a community that feels stuck, the Facebook group method is also a great fit for you. And if you do not have a community yet, this is a fit for you. This is not a fit for you if you are not coachable and willing to be patient in implementing this system and process. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. If you have zero interest, it's totally fine if you want to jump off this right now. I'm totally okay with that. I go into depth on all of what I've talked about in the Facebook group method program. If you are looking for a proven system that helps you grow a branded community of engaged, ideal potential clients and create consistent sales, this is for you. This is a 2.0 program, meaning upgraded a little bit. I call it the facelift. It's an 8-week program that includes 8 self-paced modules plus 8 group coaching sessions with me. Some people want private with me, which is fine as well. There's a VIP option, which I've got some pricing down here. And most people have been choosing that option. They really want to just have that time, and group coaching is just as well. I'm right there with you. We can look into things, figure out where you want to move things to continue to grow. Like, for example, a lot of people like to spend time really working on their event, their challenge, really making sure they have an outline set, knowing how to get promoted, all that good stuff. So there's different things that we go through in this during that time working with me, but you also get the self-paced course, which, by the way, if I didn't already say it over here, it is 10 to 15 minute lessons per module with multiple lessons. So it's so digestible because I know you're busy. I get it. Like, I can only go through 30 to 40 minutes before I'm like totally checked out. So I didn't want to like put these big long lessons in there. So instead I broke them down, and then I give you an exact assignment on the back end for you to implement so you can continue to move your community forward, right? Like what the content is. I think I talk about that over here. Oh, I have another testimonial. The Facebook group method course is everything you need to successfully launch and run a Facebook group. Lindsay covers everything in the modules, and I love that they are at your own pace in case you need to take longer to get through one. The coaching calls are super helpful to help work through any questions you have after completing this course. I am excited to wake my group up and make it a community. We get a lot of that where people are like, I have this group, there's people in it, it's so quiet, what's going on? This testimonial, the Facebook group course with Lindsay has been so beneficial. My own group with social selling has been so quiet. I've been inconsistent with it for years. Now it has a regular schedule and posts, and the energy has completely shifted. I get comments and interaction, increase my sales from it. Lindsay also encouraged me to use groups through the coaching. This is Cami, can you tell? Through the coaching that I do. And I have only just launched that, but I already have almost 20 members within just a few hours, and have people that are interested and curious about what I do that have never even talked to me about it before. This has been such a blessing for all parts of my business, becoming more clear and focused on what I do and how to help people. It makes the outreach easy and fun rather than a marketing exhaustive nightmare that I felt I was living. 100% try out this course if you haven't any kind of business, or even if you want to share a message or a political campaign. I can see this benefiting so many people in the way they connect with their audience. That's all. We start September 12th. You can sign up today. I have a code presale 100 if you are interested. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I feel like I've got a have to jump, love the course. Oh, Vanessa, have to jump off, but love the course. Very digestible. Coaching is super helpful. Great to have the one-on-one help. Even the free content strategies has woken my group up. Vanessa is like our newest group member. She just joined, I think, last week. So I appreciate you, Vanessa. I will chat with you soon. All right, you guys, do you have any questions for me? I feel like screenshot this. It's so good while I'm here. Do you guys have any questions about anything attracting your ideal client, the Facebook group method? Are you working on a group yourself? Alyssa and I had a call earlier, so I know she is very excited. She's doing something really cool. And if you don't, I'm more than happy to let you all go. Let me see here. Here is also, if you would like to jump on a free call, I offer free calls. Here's the link for the program and the code. Right now you can get $100 off. I offer payment plans, just let me know. But I also do free coaching calls if you want to jump on a call with me and really like figure out if this is the right fit for you. I can drop that link as well. And you can sign up for a 20-minute coaching call with me. I'd be happy to chat because I respect and understand how important it is that you make the right decisions for your business. Okay, so there's that link.
So then you had made a comment about monetizing the group. Do you go over that
Yes.
in your course?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's very important. What do you sell?
doTERRA.
Oh, that's what Cami
And
sells.
okay. Yeah. So I have a group. It's small, growing it. I kind of had to shift like everything in growing. So hence why I'm in a lot of groups and finding a lot of new stuff. And so it's like it's interesting. I'm like, yes, I would like it and would love the help, but like just right now is not an option. So I have like a lot of other stuff like I have to finish up and then um and stuff. So but it's interesting because I have no idea, and I know at one point I was a part of like two paid groups, but like one wasn't giving enough value, so I'm like, I'm out. Yeah.
Hmm.
And thankfully it was like only $5 a month. They had like a ton of people. I mean, but it was like just there wasn't a lot of posts and stuff like that. So, and then the mm, lack of the organizer being there, but he had staff that would come in and help out. So I'm like, I'm good. Kind of left. It was just like, you kind of clean out your Facebook every once in a while just to like
Yeah.
get rid of some stuff. And then the other one, I was just like, nope, it's a course and I loved it and it was great, but I'm like, we have to like cut back on expenses. I'm like, so that one's done. So I'm kind of wrapping up with some stuff and
Awesome.
I'm learning how to ham.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's totally up to you if, I mean, I don't have this starting till September, but, you can always reach out to me or set up a call if you want to chat more
Okay.
on that link, and we can see when and if this is a right fit for you, because I certainly don't want it to be the wrong fit for you.
Yeah, because we have convention the week of the 12th. So
Oh,
yeah, the 13th through the 16th. And then do you do, because you said it was at your own pace, so do you do this often starting or like it's
yeah.
at times?
What do you, oh, you
So
mean
like
the
your
lessons?
course. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you were, let's just say you were like, okay, let me just jump in today. If you were to sign up today, you will get the course itself, which has all the lessons. The part that starts September 12th is this, being on here with me and being able to be like, I've gone through this module. Here's my questions about this. I've gone through this. Here's my questions about this. And just get that coaching where I'm kind of like able to get in there and see how I can help you and, with whatever it is you're working through. So that's the big, it's like the hybrid of it. It's like you get me as the business coach. So you get a business coach to work with, and then you also have this course.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to have that support for you. Because I know for me, it's always helpful to have someone that I can ask the questions. And I do keep them pretty small. So you really do get the time. It's not like we pack out where you don't really get that opportunity to work with me. So I like doing it that way.
Copying the links. I already have like a Word doc open.
Yay, awesome.
Yeah, it's easier than just, writing notes. It's like just copy and paste.
Yeah. All right. If there's no other questions, thank you guys for being here. I had a lot of fun. I hope this is helpful, and I hope it just reminds you how basic this can be to create such an incredible business. It doesn't have to be complicated. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you taking your time to be here with me. I really do. And you know where to find me if you need me.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.